I think you're getting something wrong. You want to have interesting, dynamic conversations. You don't want them to be boring. You don't want to lose the individual that you're talking to. But the problem is you're asking boring questions. What do I mean? It's Monday, you're at work, you want to connect with somebody, you're at a networking event, and you ask them, how was your weekend? How's your week so far? How's work going? How's been your year so far? What did you do, last summer or whatever? The question is, those are very basic questions. And what happens is basic questions will typically get you basic answers, right? So how was your weekend? Oh, it was good. Hung out with the friends, got to rest a little bit. And, now it's Monday, back to the grind. So it's the same prompt with the same response. So you got to switch it up a bit. I know the science behind this is that when you ask a question that makes the individual have to think through an interesting moment, it actually creates a dopamine effect in them because they're remembering either that interesting or their fun moment. So again, instead of asking, how was your weekend? Say, hey, what's the most interesting thing that happened to you this weekend? Or instead of saying, hey, what's been your year so far? How's it going? We're in quarter two. Ask, what's been the most interesting deal that you've done in the first part of the year? Or what are you looking forward to the most this summer? What do you have going on that excites you the most? Those types of questions creates an opportunity for a more exciting response. And typically what you got to be ready for is they're probably going to ask you the same thing, right? If they really like the question, and they're going to want to ask you the same one. So be ready to answer, what's the most interesting thing that has happened to you this year? Or what's the most interesting deal that you've done? And having several of these prompts, having several of these questions that create an interesting conversation will just make you, I think, a little bit more likable because people are like, so-and-so ask good questions, not just, how was my weekend? Let's get past that question.